Good morning everyone. So today we're at a Skoda and it's a Skoda Rapid and this is a 2015 model and the customer complaint is right. So what we've established, and I'll get ready to do this, so when we put the side lights on, the side lights come on. When we put the headlights on, they do not come on, and when we pull out for the rear and front fog lights, they do not come on, right? When we take the stock and pull it towards us, we get full beam, right? But when we take the stock and push it away from us, we do not get full beam. We don't, in fact, we don't get any headlights at all. The other thing the customer said is, the blower motor is not working. So we can put it up and down and there's nothing. And he said this happened at the same time. And I was looking at a wiring diagram, and this is controlled through a module. I'll get the name of the module, but why is it not showing up in the scan tool? Or maybe it is showing up in the scan tool, I just can't see it. But I'll get ready to do this and we'll see what we're getting. That's it off-road. So lights are off-roady. Side lights on. Full lights on. Nothing. Give me full beam through the switch. That's you flicking it towards you. And then put it the other way, nothing. The same. And we're not getting any, there's driving lights here at the bottom, that's your fog lights, nothing there either. It's hard to, put the side lights off, that's them off, on, that's working. Reverse lights, that's working. Hazard lights, that's working. Right. Before you do anything else, you're always better to check in here, so let's just have a bit under this one, I would imagine. Terminal X, a DTC is 00157, Terminal X. Implausible signal, don't know what that is. An AC, activation of AC compressor, well there's nothing really to help us there. So we'll go into this one, just have a look, see if this has got anything to do with lights or anything in here. There's the bumper. Read DTC. I don't know what that means. No idea. So look at data stream, if it is to do with the lights. Front wipers, cruise control, passenger door contacts, alarm. No, nothing to do with lighting. Let me have a look through the rest of the modules to see what ones refer to lighting. It's usually the electronic module, isn't it? If I look at the list, that's usually that one. It's the lights, brakes, parallel parking, airbag, instrument cluster, theft immobilize, media player, navigation, power steering, no. So I looked at the wiring diagram and it said for the lighting system, it's the onboard supply control unit. So I wonder if that Terminal X is referring to a failed power supply to that. Because I can't see nothing in the scan tool, it says onboard power supply. Let's have a look back through this. So if I go systems list, climate, electronic central electrics, you would think that would be the onboard supply unit. Parallel parking, airbag, instrument, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing. So there's nothing to say that's onboard. Let's look at this. Electronic sentinel. So that, read DTC. Terminal X. So I think that in Volkswagen terms, is that like Terminal 30? That's a main power supply? Just guessing here, but what we'll do, we'll look at the wiring diagram and look at the fuses that go to this module. We're just going to assume this is onboard power supply and take it for there. So if I didn't think too far ahead, we went into the AC module, climate control module number 08, activation of AC compressor, fresh air blower, temperature, flat motor. So the fresh air blower, well the easiest thing to do with that is just to get access to the terminal, put a test light over it and put that up and down and just see if we've got any signal going to it. And if there is, we need a blower. But to me, they're two separate faults. It's no one. Normally somebody's been mucking about with fuses. The fuse fairy maybe strike again.
Could be.
You never know. Right, we've had a look through this, and the wiring diagram's a bit funny. It doesn't show you in the conventional manner, but we've got a list of fuses that we're going to check. I think some of them are in the side here, or either the other side, the passenger side, and under the hood. So what we thought maybe do first of all, go into the systems list, see if we can clear this code. Maybe that'll bring it back to life. You do not know. So the very fact we can talk to that module, which I assume is our onboard control module, I'm not really sure. So we'll read the DTC again, right? 00157. Let's clear the fault code, yes. So it's no there. Read the fault code, right? We'll start it up, see if we get any joy. The engine's revving up anyway, Roddy. That's still working, but nothing. Nothing. So we're still at the same thing, we. So go back and we'll check the trouble codes. Still nothing. That's my lights on. Everything like that. Off. Back again. Read DTC. Nothing. So we thought we'd go into the side here, but there ain't no fuse box there. But at least this gives us good access to the back of the lighting switch. So there's relays down there. The hunt goes on. So the hunt goes on for the fuse boxes, because we don't know where they are. So we'll just take what we know. That's all right. That's all right, aye. They're all right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. They're all right. So everything checks out fine there. Need to find the rest. We've found it. It's down at the driver's pedals. So there it's there. We've not got any legend for it, so I think we'll just go through and check most of the fuses. In fact, all of them. So just a quick look at this. We can see there's a fuse missing. See this one in here? That's gone. That fuse has been changed. So it's hard to see what numbers they are. Let Roddy have a look. He's got better eyes than me. So we've got the old power probe out. I've got to show you this. This is for Ryan Milligan. He actually bought connectors at the same time as me, but his must arrive before mine. So I've made this up. Used to just have little clamps at the end, so I've put these on. Far better, so we can use them for jumping for ABS, things like that. Gives us a bit of adaptability. They look far better. Anyway, that was my job at the weekend. Never buy a power probe. A heap of rubbish. Remember it was playing up the last time. Let me reconnect it. This thing is exactly a year old. Oh no, maybe because Sandy's got it the wrong way around, Roddy. Oh, there we go, my man. So if you put your glasses on on a Monday morning, you maybe be able, maybe be able to tell what positive and negative is.
Let's see, we'll just start at the bottom row then.
We'll see that one it's going on now. How about feeding that and see if we get any joy? Right, can you see the number it?
There is a number there. 21.
21? I just feed it, my man. Oh, 5 volts. Look at that, that's unusual. So it's got 12 volts and 5 volts. Yeah. So see that 5 volt in, feed that with 12 volts. Well, it's no, how's it 5 volts not there anywhere? Aye, look at that. Right, go and feed it, ready? Up the way. No, they came like that. Maybe the car's got to be started right now. I didn't care. I'll see if the lights have came on. No, just still the side lights. Yeah. So Roddy's checked all the fuses and they're all good, but that one is missing. We've decided to attack fresh air blower because we're a bit lost this morning, it's Monday. So we're looking at this fresh air blower spec versus actual. So it's looking for 6.9 volts, that would be a duty cycle, and it's getting 0. So let's turn this down, so that's it down to 0. 0, 0. Fresh air blower, the load is 0%, so I'll just turn this all the way up to full whack. So go to 94%, hit goes to 6.9, and hit's got 0 volts going to the blower. Terminal 15 has 12 volts in it. I'll just watch these figures. Down, up. So to me, it's a blower motor issue. Right, we've reached a problem. We think none of our wire diagrams are correct. And this has got the onboard module, which is behind here. I don't know if I've already said that. But we've took out the back of this switch, right? The key is on, you can see that. And looking at this, we would assume, which can always be a bad thing, pins 1 and 2 look like the main supply, right? And we've not got any power on these two, because I'm sure on a Volkswagen, red with a black tracer is terminal 30. Or I think I've even seen a diagram terminal X. So you would think with the key on, we should have power on there, and we ain't. Right, because let's look under the hood. You look here, right? Logic would dictate red, black is positive, terminal 30, right? Would we agree with that? Right, black could be it as well, but usually on these things is that. So here's my idea. Yeah, is to back feed this, say terminal 1 or 2 with 12 volts, and see if we can get our lights to come back to life. We could even do it through a test light or whatever, 4 amp. That'd be a bit more protected rather than just feed it straight 12 volts. And we think maybe the heater been connected, so we think it's a voltage supply issue and something maybe common, so maybe a guess, maybe the ignition switch, I don't know. The very fact we've got nothing there has to come from there, and the heater's not working anyway, so don't know. Let's try it. Right, we're going somewhere here. I don't know where it is, but never mind. Anyway, we took that off and checked for a feed into there, and we can't see any feed coming into there, right? We've progressed for that. We're now at this ignition switch, right? Oh, sorry, here we go. If I get a better shot. The ignition switch, right? This with the red tab. So we think that one of them's for the starter motor, the another one's the main feed in, and another one will be terminal 30, right? This ignition wiring, we've got a black, what end did we feed for 12 volts again, ready for the starter? Was it this one?
It was the white wire.
So you've got 3 small wires and 3 big wires. Great lad. So we would see through this ignition switch, it'll be feeding them all 12 volts. I would imagine, eh? So I got the probe there, my man, so you front probe. So the black one, turn the screen round with. We've got nothing, it's not going to ground. The middle one's a good supply, and then this one here, that's like the starter motor we think, then go along the wee ends. You can't even get in there. No, you missed it. Can you go back it? Go
No, that's
oh.
30.
Rubbish, aye. Connection. Where's that? That's got 12 volts. That's got no much either. Come back along them again, Ronnie.
That's awfully thin, you know.
Okay.
There's not much in that.
Well, let's have a put it back in. Oh, let's phone there. So we took out the glove box, right? And Roddy's down there. You see what it is, Roddy?
That's it.
That's the feed to the blower motor. So if Roddy puts his power probe up there, nothing, right? and we're on full boona here. So what we'll do, we'll disconnect that and get the blower motor to run ourselves. So this is something common. It's leading back to this chap, and I don't know why. So we're putting we'll put our test leads onto that. There we go, Roddy. So you can hear that fan's working fine. So we're getting our backside scalped here today. It's something common here. That's working. Right, we're trying to prove this out. So we're into the first of the thick wires at the bottom. You see Roddy's hand at the ignition switch. So we're into the black wire, and that only gets 12 volts when the key is turned. So we're on the scope. You can see we've got 12 volts there. Ignition off, it disappears. Ignition on, it's back there. So that's working fine. And when we crank it, it just goes down a wee bit, it comes back up, and it's off. So that's good. We reckon that's good. We'll go to the next wire now. We're going to go to the red wire. That's us into the red with the white tray, I think it is, Roddy. So that we believe that's permanent 12 volts. So key off, still there. Key on, it's still there. Crank it, still there, and then it recovers. So believe that's good. So we'll go to the next wire, which I believe is the signal for the starter motor. That's the red with black. So stab myself. I think that's it, ready. So there's nothing on the scope. Key off, a bit of light off. So we'll crank her. So that's to the starter motor. Do it again. So that's sending the signal to the starter motor. We believe that's correct. Right. We'll then go to the next. We'll start the small wire. Start the small wires. Thanks, boys. So we'll go to the top. So we're going to the first small wire, a red. I think that's in ready. So on the scope we're displaying 12 volts. That's key off, key on, still 12 volts, crank it, goes down a wee bit, but still 12 volts. So he never changes. Well, he does. Key out, he disappears. Key in and on. In fact, key out, he disappears. Key just in. No, key turn. There we go. So he's there. Let's go to the next one. And this is the red yellow wire. Try that, Roddy. There's nothing on that wire. Key on. Nothing. And he doesn't seem to change state. So we wonder if that's the wire that's grounded out. No sure. So he does nothing. That's impossible. Let me see if I'm right in.
That's right in there. There's your feet there. I'll get this here. I'll see if we can get it.
I think I'm in it. Do it again?
Yeah.
Hear it?
Right.
He does nothing.
No.
He's grounded out.
Aye.
I'll go to the last wire. There's in my man. So I had it.
Right.
We're now at the green wire at the top, right? So let's see what that does. So with key with key off, nothing. Sorry, key off, he's got 12 volts. with key on, he's still the same, so let's crank him. And he goes down and comes back up. So the big thing is, these last two wires are no changing their state when the key goes in or either when we crank it.
Take a key. None.
Nothing.
Sign there.
So we need to check with the new one, see if it changes. So there's the wires we were into. So the big thick one, so the black one hits change state, that's ignition feed. The middle one here is the 12 volts permanent, and this red black one is a crank wire. The next red one, what was that again, Roddy? Was that 12 volts or something?
12
like
volts.
that? And the black, yellow and the green brown never change state. So I'm suspecting one of the two wires, but I'm not sure. In fact, we could run it down at the Newberg probe and just see what we get with it disconnected. If I can remember where it was. So eventually figured out what's wrong with this car. Now, you know when you go to start your car, right? You start it like that, right? So when you crank it on these Volkswagens, I think other cars do it too. When you crank it, it cuts like the fan and it cuts the headlights. So that's the problem. It's the ignition switch. It's cutting it too much. It's stuck in a position to cut these two relays. They're called the X relays, or can't remember. And when you crank it, it's meant to cut them. But it's cutting the contact to the fan blower motor all the time. So what a stupid idea. Just go back to the old days when you just cranked it over and the battery dipped and everything was fine. Anyway, we'll get a switch and put it in. We'll see when we get the new switch to see if this is key. So you can see there terminal S is on, terminal 50 is off, and status terminal X is off. I think, but even when you crank that, you think. So that's on, terminal 15 off, terminal 15 on. So we'll crank that. On, off, that never changes state. So it'll be interesting in the morning when we see it. Let's see what else we've got. Load management and active. I wonder if load management's on it, David, Roddy. Inactive, no. Can you go active? No, I've never seen that. I thought it did move. Front wipers. Cruise. No. 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 Bit lost with this, I must confess. Terminal 15 off. It's on, crank. Can we see that? That went on, off. Terminal X. Off. Terminal X does not move. So should off be on when it started? Don't know. So the new part has arrived. Try not to destroy the books, Roddy. And we always, when a part arrives, we always just pray it's no intermotor. Because they are terrible. So here we go. So I think we put a little implement through there, Roddy.
Right.
And then we put, is it at the unit? Something goes through that bit there at the top to get into the steering.
Right.
So that's the two pressure points, isn't it?
Oh, you just press these two.
But you can't get into them because they're in the barrel.
Right.
So you have to go through, we need to get a wee screwdriver to go through there. So I was thinking about this in my bed last night, and I think, what a sad man. I think it's two different circuits, so I think these three are linked, and these three are linked. Was that got 4 pins? Oh, aye, but there's one missing in there.
Right, one missing.
So let's, in fact, we can actually just take the wire out and put it in and see if that works. Yeah. And then we can send it back in the box if it doesn't. Right. So we're just using an Allen key we found to go through there, and that would press it in. The other side we think maybe we've got good access to press the tabs down. What size is the Allen key, Roddy?
That's a wee one.
It's a wee Allen key. That's official size. So what we've done, we've just installed the switch. There we go, it's just hanging there. So Roddy's just got to... This is how you used to, when they used to borrow motors in the 70s, how you would start them, eh? Screwdriver. There we go, see. Oh. That should start. But is our fan working?
That's it.
Alright, fan's working. We can hear that. Fan's working, lights working, Roddy. Oh, you can see that's came on a wee bit green. And just flip that thing down. Go and put flick the stop for. That's it. So indeed, it's been the ignition switch, so let's fit it. Aye, the lights are on, Roddy.
Lights are on.
Aye, put them off then, my man.
That's them all off.
Put them on.
Side lights.
Side lights.
Yep.
Headlights. And then full beam. Full beam. It's working.
Okay, right.
So we're going to see what the voltages are with the new switch in position. So this is it off, so Roddy's just going to run along it with the power probe. So we're writing.
It'll go the big one, right?
Aye, so there'll be nothing on that. I think this is ignition feed, so there'll be nothing on that at the moment. Nothing, that's good. The next one will be 12 volts permanent, that's right. And the next one's for the crank, so there's nothing on that. Oh. That's finding air. Right. They come along to the next one. So we'll go nothing on that. Then the next one we'll go. Oh, see this camera. It's hard. Nothing on that, just believe me, I can't see it because it's dark in here. And then on the last wire we've got 11 volts. Oh. How's it no focusing? Oh, there we go. So what wire's that, Roddy?
That's the last one, that's the green.
So something's changed there, eh? I didn't think that had it before. So we'll turn the ignition on now, eh? Without cranking it and see what we get there. So that's ignition on. And then we'll have first wire, I got 12 volts. That's a permanent feed. And we've still got the ground because that's a starter. Then we're going into the wee ones. Still got nothing on that. Got 12 volts in that one. And 12 volts in that one. I need to go back. So that's fine. And then the only thing we could do was crank it. But anyway, I think that's probably suffice. I'll look back at the footage and see what we didn't have before. I'm sure it's that one there, eh? We didn't have 12 volts in that before. So I take it that's the one that disappears when it cranks. We could try that. Or we could wait till the switch is in, eh? Aye, that's true. But I think it's only during crank it will disappear. We'll do it when it's in. This is a real pain to get this thing out, by the way. Now, that's all out, and we literally had to smash that thing out. Could not get that out, but it's out now. So we're going to pop the new one in. That should be fairly straightforward. I can't. I think it looked quite clean. Check it with the camera. Rather than going through these pins again, this will be the easiest way, surely. So we've drew up. We're in that central electronics module, right? So this is the car running. That's what the pins look like. So you can see their terminal X status has changed to on. And that wasn't there before. So let's hold this camera. So key off. Right, let's see what changes. So X is went to off, terminal 15's to off, the voltage is down, and load management status is inactive. So take the car, key on, cranker, and you can see here terminal X went off, then back on. You think that load management status would change its state? But that's with the switch obviously working properly. That's what you want to see, but we weren't getting any change on the terminal X before. Try it again. key off, ignition on, cranker. I'm sure that load management did change. What's the use of that thing? It's clicked off. Let's put the, what to do, we'll put the fan up. We'll put the lights on. Maybe that'll get it to change state, and we'll come back. Terminal 15 is off, everything's off. And we'll crank her. So you hear the fan ramps up, fan goes off, crank her. No. Anyway, that's what it should look like, a good one.